Here I am on the Severn in very early autumn, and I'm on a peg. Never actually fished before, been on the stretch but not in this particular peg. Only ever had one barbel further upriver, so not sure how we'll get on here, but hopefully with fingers crossed we'll do okay. So here we go, first casts. Left hand rod, 2.5 ounce block end feeder filled with barbel mixed ground bait, hemp, micro robin red pellets and 3mm halibut pellets, and I've got 3 8mm robin red pellets on a hair rig and a size 8 hook. I'll cast that right across, almost to the far bank. Just ease it back into the main flow. And the right hand rod, I've actually changed setup. I've got a 2 ounce block end feeder filled with barbel mixed ground bait, casters and maggots, some old casters and maggots I had, and I've got 3 casters on a size 12 hook. I'll cast that about 30 metres downstream, probably halfway across or a third of the way across. Set that down, bait runner on, and I'm just going to target some chub to start with, or some dace, just to kick the session off, make sure I don't blank. Nope, that was a quick bite. No, didn't develop. Well, hopefully it come back. Probably a dace or a small chub. And again. Yeah, that's a fish. Yeah, fish on. It doesn't feel too big, but probably small chub or a decent dace. Getting into the tree on the right hand side here, the willow. Whoa! That was a pike strike. It's got itself in amongst these willow branches. I hope the pike doesn't come back. That was definitely a pike strike on it. Yeah, it's coming out a little bit now. Yeah, there it is. There's actually a pike following it in, but hopefully it can get it in before the pike comes back and takes it. Oh, it's just hanging out there. Yeah, pike stayed away. Have to be careful with that in the future. Yeah, a little chub into the net. Just give it a little bit of a rest or unhooking it. Yeah, it's had a little bit of a rest now and I've unhooked it. And there it is. Nice River Severn chub. About 8 ounces. So no blank. That was my intention to start with. So it's had a little bit more of a rest and just let it go. That shot out the net. Now we'll recast that, same sort of place. Again with 3 casters on the hook. Let it settle down. Yeah, bait runner on again. Yeah, Another rattle. Yeah, there you go. Whoa. Yeah, another fish. Maybe a shoal down there. Feels pretty much the same size as the last one, so try and get it in a bit quicker and make sure I don't get the pike following it in. Yeah, another little chub, around about the same size as the last one. Yeah, in the net. Give that one a bit of a rest. So it's had a good rest. Just stick it on the unhooking mat. Get it unhooked. Show it to the camera. There we go. Another River Severn chub. Pretty much the same size as the last one. Yeah, get it in the river and give it another little rest. Reluctant to go, this one. Yep, there it goes. Another cast on the right hand rod. Still with casters on the hook. Just lob that down pretty much where I've been casting the others. See if the shoal's still there. Well, a couple of minutes later and just beginning to think that the shoal's gone. But no, there's a bite. Yeah. Yeah, and there's a fish on. Doesn't feel particularly big, but that's number 3. Is this another chub? Yeah, that's another chub. Get it in the net, and in she pops. Just give it a little bit of a rest before unhooking it. On the unhooking mat and just unhook it. There it is. Another chub. Slightly bigger than the previous 2. Maybe 10, 12 ounces. Get it back in the river for a little bit more of a rest. And then we'll let it go. Just thinking of changing up to the meat on the hair rig instead of the casters. See if we can target some bigger ones. That went away pretty quick. Having caught those 3 chub, I decided to switch over to a piece of meat on the hair rig instead of casters on the hook. I've got a size 8 hook. I've got Barbel mixed ground bait, micro robin red pellets and halibut pellets in the feeder. And cast that down to where I've been fishing with the casters. And hopefully something bigger, preferably a barbel, but decent sized chub will do. See how we get on with that. I'd noticed that the camera had shut down, inexplicably really. So playing this barbel in, and I've managed to reset the camera, but this barbel has been on for a few minutes now, and it's just about given up, and hopefully I can get it into the net. Yeah, it's into the net. Thank God for that. Well, that was a bit of a palaver, if I'm being brutally honest. We'll give it a good rest. I think I need one as well. There's Asian giant hornets, also known as murder hornets, flying around. I tried catching one in the landing net, take a photograph and report it, but they're far too quick. Well, it's had a good rest. Just unhooking it. There's a few lice on it as well, so get rid of them. That's it unhooked. And there it is. River Severn barbel. £5 plus. Just a pity I missed the actual take, the bite. As I say, totally inexplicable why the camera just shut itself down. Don't think that's ever happened before. But I suppose always a first time for everything. We'll give it a good old rest before releasing it. Still struggling a little bit. Bit more of a rest. Had a good old rest now. Certainly recovered from its ordeal. It ready to go. A little bit reluctant. There he goes, swimming away strongly. None the worse for wear. Hopefully get some more. Just deciding to pack up. Very few indications on either rod for a couple of hours now. And there you go. Just as you think you're packed up, or you're packing up, there's a barbel bite. Yep, that is definitely a barbel. And pulling quite strongly. Again on a piece of meat. Hardly had any touches on the robin reds, just the occasional nod on the rod, but nothing developed. Yeah, this is coming in nice and steadily now. Just take it gently. Good powerful lunges. Still hasn't broken the surface yet. Oh, and there you go. Spoke too soon. Couple more lunges. Just to ease it back towards the net. Get its head up. Come on. Into the net. I had decided to pack up, so we'll continue doing so. Got quite a long journey home, and it's well into dark now. I'll give it a good rest. Get rid of the other rod. Tackle that down. Get rid of the pellets. Well, the barbel's had a really good rest now, just unhooking it. And there it is. Barbel number 2 on the meat. Get it back in the river. Give it a really good rest while I tackle down one of these rods. Well, it's had a really good rest now. You can see the left hand rod on the tripod's been tackled down. Been in there a few minutes. Just coax it back into the river, let it go. Strong enough. There it is. Flick of the tail and away. Well, that's a really good end to the session. Maybe I've got things right after all. And as you may have seen in some of my earlier videos this season, I have questioned whether I've got things right in terms of tactics and approach. But obviously this time it's come okay. Well, thanks very much for watching, and a like, share and subscribe would very much be appreciated. And keep supporting the channel, because it really does matter to me. And I do hope that you do enjoy these videos. So let me know in the comments if you do enjoy these videos. Cheers, and tight lines to all my viewers and subscribers.